Welcome, dear students. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the services of GSM. Also, we have discussed about what is GSM. Now, again, we can see what is GSM. GSM means Global System for Mobile. GSM is a second generation cellular standard developed to create voice services and data delivering using digital modulation. So GSM means Global System for Mobile. As we have discussed in previous lecture, the various services provided by GSM, then in recent technology there is very much improvement in the market after the GSM technology. This is the history of GSM. You can see in the slides. Country-wise specification of GSM in the world. This is the GSM provided by various telecom industries in India. GSM service is basically a teleservices bearer or data services and supplementary services. Teleservices provides telecommunication service that enable voice communication through a mobile phones. It offers main two services: mobile telephony and emergency calling. Then bearer services include network like PSTN, that is public switch telephone network, then ISDN, SMS services or voice mailbox. Then supplementary services provide call waiting, call hold. Call hold means put a caller on hold to take another call. Then call bearing, all calls, outgoing calls or incoming calls, call forwarding, and multi-party call conference. It includes in GSM mainly with these supplementary services. Now let us see towards the block diagram of GSM system architecture. It can divide in the three main parts. First one is a mobile station, second one is a base station, then network subsystem. You can see in front of your diagram there is, you can see the mobile station area in front of your figure. So what it shows or what it means, the mobile station communicate across the air interface with a base station transceiver in the same cell in which the mobile subscriber unit is located. The mobile station communicates the information with the user and modify it to the transmission protocols if the air interface to microphone and speaker for the speech, keypad and display for short messages, and the cable connection for other data terminals. The mobile station has two elements. The mobile equipment refers to the physical services device which comprises of transceiver, digital signal processor and the antenna. The second element of the mobile station is the GSM, is the subscriber identity module, means the SIM. Usage to is SIM, S capital I and capital M. Subscriber identity module. The SIM card is unique to the GSM system. It has a memory of 32 kilobytes. Then base station subsystem means the BSS. This area includes the BTS and BSC. A base station system consists of a base station controller and one the user in the area where particularly at with the base controller and one more base transceiver station. Each base transceiver station defines a signal cell. Each base station transceiver station defines a signal cell, right? Means a single cell. A cell can have a radius of between 100 meter to 35 kilometer depending on the environment. A base station controller may be connected with a BTS. It may control multiple BTS units and hence multiple cells. There are two main architectural elements in the BSS. The base transceiver subsystem means the BTS and the base station controller BSC. The interface that connects a BTS to a BSC is called the ABS, means AB's interface. You can see to this. The interface between the BSC and the MSC is called the A interface, which is a standardized within GSM. Mainly the BSS includes the base station subsystem is also, you can say, or known as the radio subsystem station subsystem, means the RSS, you can say, radio station subsystem. It consists of number of base station controller BSC and base transceiver station, that is BTS. Each BSC is connected to a number of BTS, which in turn provides radio interface for devices. The BSS gets connected to MS through a radio interface and it is also gets connected to the network and switching subsystem. The GSM uses the open system interconnection, that is OSI model. Network and switching subsystem, NSS. The NSS means the consist of, basically NSS means network and switching subsystem in third portion of the GSM architecture in front of your diagram. Each MSC consists of the NSS, that is switching subsystem interface to a number of BSCs in the BSS. There are also home location restores and visitor location registers. The NSS uses the intelligent network, and the signaling is one of the main switching function of the GSM. The NSS responsible for the network operation. It provides the link between the cellular network and the public switch telecommunicates network, that is PSTN, or also the ISDN or data networks. The NSS controls handoffs between cells in different PSS, authenticates user and validates their accounts, and includes functions for enabling worldwide roaming of mobile subscribers. In particular, the switching subsystem consists of mobile switch center, that is MSC, already we have discussed. Then home location register, that is you can say HLR. Then visitor location register, that is VLR. Then authentications center, you can say AUC to this. Then equipment identity register, that is EIR. And enter working functions, that is IWF. NSS has one hardware mobile switching center and 4 software database elements: home location register, then visitor location register VLR, authentication center AUC, and equipment identity register EIR. The MSC basically performs the switching function of the system by controlling calls to and from other telephone and data system. It includes functions such as network interfacing and common channel signaling. Now let us discuss about the HLR. HLR is a database software that handles the management of the mobile subscriber account. It stores the subscriber address, services type, current location, then addressing means the forward addressing, authentication, billing information, etc. In addition to the ISDN telephone number for the terminal, the SIM card is identified with an international mobile subscriber's identity, means IMSI number, that is a totally different from the ISDN telephone number. The HLR is the reference database that permanently stores data related to subscribers, including subscriber service profile, location information, and activity status. Now see VLR. The VLR is a temporary database software similar to the HLR. Identify the mobile subscriber visiting inside the coverage area of an MSC. VLR assigns a temporary mobile subscriber identity, that is TMSI, that is used to avoid using IMSI on the air. The visitor location register maintains information about mobile subscriber that is currently physically in the range covered by the switching center. When a mobile subscriber roams from one local area to another, current location is automatically uploaded in the VLR. When a mobile station roams into a new MSC area, if the old and new local area are under the control of two different VLRs, the VLR connected to the MSC will request data about the mobile stations from the HLR. The entry on the old VLR is deleted and an entry is created in the new VLR by copying the database from the HLR. Now see about the AUC. The AUC database holds the different algorithms that are used for authentication and encryptions of mobile subscribers, that verifies the mobile user's identity and ensure the confidentiality of each call. The AUC holds the authentication and encryption keys for all the subscribers in both the home and visitor location register. Now let us see about the EIR. EIR is another database that keeps the information about the identity of mobile equipment, such the International Mobile Equipment Identity, that is IMEI, that reveals the details about the manufacturer, country of production and devices type. This information is used to prevent the calls from being misused, to prevent unauthorized or defective MSS, means the mobile services, to report mobile phones or check if the mobile phone is operating according to the specification of its type. Then these are the some important whitelist contains the IMEI of the phone who call allowed to enter in the network. Then blacklist, this list on the country contains the IMEI of the phones who are not allowed to enter in the network, for example because they are stolen. Then grey list, this contains IMEI of the phones momentarily not allowed to enter in the network, for example because the software version is too old or because they are in repair. Then IWF, interworking function, it is a system in the, you can say, PLMN, that allows for non-speech communication between the GSM and the other networks. The task of IWF means to provide the particular to adapt transmission parameters and protocol conversion. The physical of this with IWF may be through a modem which is activated by the MSC dependent on the bearer service and the destination network. The OSS means the operational support systems, supports operation and maintenance of the system and allow engineers to monitor, diagnose and troubleshoot every aspect of the GSM network. So this is about the block diagram and the detail of the GSM architecture. You can refer these slides for detailed view. This is home location register, that is HLR, visitor location register VLR, authentication center AUC, equipment identity register EIR, Operation and Maintenance Center OMC, security in the GSM, characteristics of GSM standards. Characteristics of GSM standards: with the fully digital system using 900 to 1800 MHz frequency band, then user terminal authentication for fraud control, full international roaming capability, low speed data services, compatibility with ISDN, support of short message services SMS. These are the important characteristics of GSM. Advantages of GSM over analog system: it reduces radio frequency transmission power and longer battery life, international roaming capability, better security against the fraud through terminal validation and user authentication, encryption capability for information security and privacy. These are the GSM applications: mobile telephony, telemetry services, GSM, fleet management, automatic meter reading, toll collections. So these are the important features included with the GSM technology. These are the features of the GSM 2.5 generation with the HSCSD technology with high-speed circuit switch data. Then GPRS means the general packet radio services. Edge means enhance the data rate for GSM evolution. Third generation, that is WCDMA. So these are the future of GSM. Now in this lecture we have discussed about the architecture of the GSM. Prepare carefully the block diagram of the architecture of GSM. Exam point of view, it is very important. This block diagram you have to draw in the notebook. This block diagram